What's up, guys? Welcome to my show, The Ruthless Report. I will be your host, Lethal Lee, aka The Ruthless One. So let's jump right into it, guys. This is a show for all of the fight fans. This is a show where we take a stand. This is the show where we get caught in the sand. I mean, this is just a show that is going to be grand. I mean, really, it just is. So I'm very, very happy with it. As you can see, we keep it real. We keep it raw. We keep it ruthless. So I'm really looking forward to this. I can't wait. And there's just so many great things that are going on in the fight game right now. A lot of great things. And in a landscape of changing terrain, so to speak, with your entrepreneurial Jake Pauls, Logan Pauls, the Money Mayweather route, the route of the come to conquer and don't take no for an answer, the do it yourself, the DIYs, right? And it's a great thing. I think it shows a lot of fighters that you don't have to go through the machine of the UFC. You don't have to get signed to a big show. Obviously, if you want to be a world champion and, in the market where you will be accredited, yes, you do need to get to the big show. However, before you get to the big show, you need some clout. You need a little pizzazz. You need a little backing behind your name if you want to make the big bucks. If you don't care about putting yourself out there and really getting paid, then sure, don't say nothing and just get the wins, baby. Like a Kamaru Usman's a prime example. Like, he's not a big talker. He's not the most charismatic. He's not the most showmanship type. But you know what he is? That man's a winner. That man's a champion. So, you can go that route, which is a good route to go. However, I don't think you'll make as much money, but maybe that's, you just got to be who you are, be what your personality is. Right. So not everybody can play that role of the entertainer and also go in there and do work and be a champion, so it's a very, very interesting time that we're in the day and age of social media. I'm late to the party, but hey, better late than never, baby. We partying now. Ruthless Report is here. We live, we lit. So this is it. And I really just want to connect with the fans, connect with the like-minded combat sport individuals, and just really kind of get a taste of what everybody's thinking, who we like, why we like them, who do we think's the best, who do we see on the rise, and just kind of come together and conversate, really. So I have big plans for this, and it's really just me, man, the Ruthless One, Lethal Lee, man. So this is my show, and it just is me talking shit, giving my opinions, my humble opinions, my flashy opinions, and I have a lot of experience. A little bit about me real quick. I mean, I've been training mixed martial arts, since I was 12 years old, young kid. It's all I've ever wanted to do. I love it so much. Had a few boxing fights. Still going to be a boxer, baby. This is the year of Liam. And but I have very much experience in jiu-jitsu. I'm a blue belt under John Crouch from the MMA lab. Blue belt, low level, but I've danced with the black belts and I know where I rank, and it is what it is. You don't show and tell, you don't kiss and tell, but I'm all right. I'm decent. My jiu-jitsu is decent, I would say. So, kickboxing, learned from guys like Eddie Cha, who trains now at Fight Ready. At the time, he was training at the Mixed Martial Arts Lab. So, like guys like John Crouch, I've gotten to learn from. Guys like Rob Emerson, I've gotten to train and learn from. Guys like Killa Gorilla, Jared Cannonier, I've gotten to train and learn from. Guys like the Sugar Show, Sugar Sean O'Malley, got to train and with him as well. And, the Godfather, the redheaded Indian man, Tim Welch himself, a good guy, got to train with him, and he has his own academy now, and it's booming, baby. Everything's banging for him. And, I'm just so lucky and so blessed and so fortunate that I was able to train with these, like-minded individuals and really learn a lot. That being said, I've been through some shit, injury after injury. It doesn't matter. one thing I learned in this game, you better get what you want out of it. Otherwise, it's not worth doing. So, and in a game like this where it's so crazy and you just never know, and styles make fights, baby, and it's just wonderful. I just love it. There's so many ins and outs, and there's just so many things that you just don't know who's gonna get. Who's gonna win? Like this upcoming fight, I think we all know who's gonna win. Tyson Fury versus Dylan White, boxing match, heavyweight bout. Tyson Fury, I believe, is going to pick apart Mr. White within 6 rounds. I believe Tyson Fury will get the finish. You know, I don't think that's necessarily, excuse me, a bold prediction considering I think his the bets and how they are right now, the odds. I think he's minus 350, which is like kind of where he should be, I would say. But let's talk about their purse. Tyson Fury is slated to make a $32.8 million lock guaranteed, while Dylan White is slated to make an $8.2 million lock guaranteed. So, I mean, when we're talking combat sports, when we're talking money, when we're talking business, when we're talking entrepreneurship, in this time, 2022, it would serve the people who want to get into this game best to become a boxer. And this is why. If you look at the pay scales of the athletes right now, boxers on average, I would say, make more than mixed martial artists. I mean, and it is what it is right now. You got to be yourself. You got to build yourself. And it just looks like, for me personally, just what my eyes can see, in the UFC, they don't start paying you until you start getting up in the ranks, right? So it's just interesting, all of the possible routes. And I really, really enjoy the Jake Paul route, the Jake Paul route that he's doing, what he's doing. It's very smart. It's very calculated, very technical, very step-by-step broken down. Who are we going to fight? Why are we going to fight them? What do they have to offer? What can they bring to the table? A guy like me, Lethal Lee, hello, Mr. Paul, you will fall. And that is the truth, G. You know what I'm saying? So, but, there's just so many factors, like a guy like him, when he defeated Nate Robinson via vicious knockout. Nate, like, oh, yeah. Let's just have a moment of silence for Nate. Okay. This guy, delusional, never boxed before. Oh, I'm in the NBA, I'm a great athlete. Great. You never boxed before. You go in there with a kid who's been boxing for some time, and you just think that you're gonna blow him out of the water because of your athleticism. Totally ignorant, totally stupid, and obviously, evidently, we saw what transpired. Again, he's picking these guys that have clout, that are clouded up. They're somebody. They got the blue check. They got followers, but they're not a real threat. And him and Tommy Fury were going to have a bout. But, Tommy pulled out. I don't know why. I'd have to research it. But yeah, basically, Jake is saying, he's a pussy and, he got pussyitis and this and that. But it's smart what he's doing. And, like I said, this is my show. It's Lethal Lee, baby, the Ruthless one. And Jake Paul wouldn't want to see me in a boxing ring, and you can bet your damn money on that, baby. But he'd have to come down to 180. So, Mr. Paul, if you're trying to do it and get at me, we can do it, baby, and we can get active. So let's go. He'd have to cut to 180. I'm a smaller guy. I'm like 165. Gonna box at 154 professionally. Again, my name is Liam Seamus O'Shaughnessy. Hello, how are you? How you doing? And I'm here, baby. This is my time. We're just going to be talking about everything. So let's get right into it. We're talking about Paul. We're talking about his new diss track against Dana White. The fuck Dana White. And his first lyrics on the song go like this. First of all, Masvidal, you ain't rich. 50 fights for $5 million. That ain't shit. Underpaid fights or the healthcare rights got them all risking their lives and they can't quit. this is the thing with Jake, okay? This is the thing with him. He's not only an athlete, he's an entertainer, baby. This is the entertainment business, baby. We're talking cash money. We're talking diss tracks. We're talking Disney. I mean, what are we doing? We're talking Disney. This kid came from Disney. Like, when I was out doing what the fuck I was doing, and we'll get to that, you'll get to know me, but he was on Disney. You know what I'm saying? So Jake Paul has been a star in the making for a while now. Everybody knows he's a successful YouTuber. The Team 10, I'm sure there's many accolades I'm missing. However, that song Park South, that was a good song. I got to give it to him. Good song, banger. It was heat. Like, I can't. This is the thing. Everybody wants to hate on him. I should be the most hated on. I should be his number one hater. A guy who grew up doing this shit, grew up fighting, I got fights on Facebook. I grew up in the shit. I should be like, man, this guy's fucking taking all my hard-earned money that I work for. But at the end of the day, nobody knows who I am right now. Wait on it. But he was looking at, being an actor, songwriter, musician, entertainer. That's what his goal was. It appears to be an entertainer. And now he's an entertainer. He talks about himself. He feels depressed. He was, living in a mansion and had all the money in the cars, but he had no purpose and no passion. And these are his words himself. You can go back and look in the interviews that he's given and see that he has said that himself, saying, I was depressed. I had no passion, no purpose, and boxing gave that to him. And, in his previous two bouts with Tyron Woodley, the first bout, he outworked him, almost got KO'd by Woodley with the big right hand, got him on the ropes. And, but the second fight, he obliterated him. I mean, that was a bad knockout. I'm talking bad, Jack. I'm talking nasty. This kid threw an overhand right from fucking Guatemala and fucking starched his ass. You know what I'm saying? So this guy has got power. He's athletic. He's pretty good for 3-4 years of boxing. Pretty good, and I'm just excited to see where it goes. I'm excited to see when I get up on stage with him one day, you know what I mean? And he's going to be like, who's this small little white Sicilian tiger right here? Hey, it's your boy, the Sicilian Irishman, the hitman, coming to kick, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a great day and age. I'm so glad that, I have to be me, and this is where it's going. And I'm so fortunate that we live in America, so I'm just so happy and so glad that we live in America, baby. And in a time right now of uncertainty and division, and it's just so fucking crazy. I just advise everybody to do their own research and do whatever medical decision is best for you and your body. And don't be mad if someone else does what's best for them and it's against your narrative. Miss them with that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, we got the Jake Paul dissing Dana White, we got, so another thing I like about Paul is he signed Amanda Serrano via MVP Promotions, who's slated to fight Katie Taylor, I believe. Let's look that up. Let's fact check that. Microphone going down, baby. All right, so April 30th. So it's going to be the biggest boxing event in sport history. Women's biggest boxing event in sport history. They're headlining at the Madison Square Garden. Can you believe that? Madison Square Garden, first time ever. There's a first time for everything. Biggest in history. Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor. Let me fact check that. Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano set for massive April 30th showdown in Madison Square Garden, baby. I mean, it's going down. And that's another thing, you know, with the whole fighter pay. Jake's making some noise with that. And it's a good thing that he's bringing attention to it because, you know, these guys in the UFC, these guys in the MMA, I mean, fuck, man. I was training MMA from 12 to 21, 22. Like, had a lot of injuries, man. It's a gruesome game, man. It's the fucking pain game, baby. So, got to get your money while you can, man. This is, you know, this is the type of opportunity that these athletes are given. You got to get paid. You got to get paid. Got to get paid, baby. So, you know, I'm glad that Paul is taking it upon himself to raise awareness for, you know, the other fighters and do what he can. You know, he just had an interview with Helwani via MMA Fighting. You can catch it on YouTube. Ariel Helwani and Jake Paul had a sit down about 48 minutes talking about, you know, the diss track and was needed and this and that. And, you know, Paul goes into detail of the, you know, all the little intricacies that he's doing on the, you know, the rights for the fighters and trying to get himself enabled in the fighter union and really start to get the wheels turning, so to speak. And I think that's a great thing. Very, very happy about that. I really do believe it is needed, especially in a time like this, 2022. Why are some of these fighters getting paid, you know, 10 and 10? Like, yo, dude, this is not a game. Again, the UFC is a billions with an S dollar corporation. They were bought out by WME. The pay-per-view model is dead now. They have a fixed amount of money that they're going to make just based on how many shows they're going to produce for that year. They get a fixed amount of money for that. So like the pay-per-view model is really not what it used to be. That being said, you got to get paid what you're worth. And, you know, a lot of these guys, like, they got to put food on the table. So it's like, okay, you offer me, you know, 10,000 and 10,000, you know, I'm going to take it because I need the money. Right. But it's unfortunate that some of these men and women are in these situations. And I would really, you know, advise them to, you know, a lot of guys say get a part-time job so you don't have to take a fight, right? Like you want to set yourself up for success. And, you know, being desperate is not good, especially in the fight game. Like you're desperate for, there's just so much more pressure. I mean, I don't know, that's just my opinion, but when you don't need the money, you're not hurting for money, you can hold out, you can build yourself, you can start to do things to assert yourself furthermore into the fight games culture and, you know, really garner your spot and where you rank amongst the other combat athletes. And so I think if you can do that, if you can build yourself, build your stock, build your brand, if you can build who you are by being yourself. Now, this is the little caveat to this whole thing, right? It's like a Colby Covington, right? Like everybody knows it's a persona that he puts on. I think it's a good one because if you look at the history of Colby Covington, he wasn't getting any pop, he wasn't getting any he wasn't getting anything. And then once he started playing the heel role, you know, damn sleeves rolled up, money starts rolling in, baby, and things start to happen for him. And you know, it's interesting some of the comments he made about Usman and his father and blah, jailbird. And, you know, yeah, it gets ugly, man. But guess what? This is the fucking fight game. This ain't no fucking parade. This ain't no rodeo. This ain't no soccer game. This ain't no basketball game. This ain't no golf tournament. This is the fight game. People are coming for people's necks and checks here. People are coming for the damn disrespect here because there's nothing respectful. There's nothing respectful about throwing an elbow at someone else's orbital, is there? I don't think so. There's nothing respectful about crushing a man with your right hand right on his dome. There's not. So, like, this all comes back to you got to be yourself. And unfortunately, Covington was being himself. Who knows what he was and what he wasn't doing. And he wasn't getting any pop. So he's like, man, fuck this. I'm putting my life on the line. I'm trying to get paid now. And I support that. I think because at the end of the day, I think he is a good guy. You know, he supports the troops. He backs the blue. You know what I mean? So I think Colby's a good guy. And he's just playing a role, man. And it is what it is. Some people got to play roles, you know. So play your role, play it right, and if it don't work, shake it up, baby. Um, in other news, oh, also April 30th. If you didn't know now, you know, you heard it here first. Ruthless Report. We keep it real raw here, baby. We got on the same night as Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor at MSG, we got a man by the name Oscar Valdez taking on another man by the name Shakur Swift Stevenson. And I don't know if he's got a nickname or not, but Shakur, you heard it here first via Ruthless Report, buddy. Your nickname is Swift, dog, because the way you boxed Jamel, excuse me, it was swift, dog. The movements you were making, the precision you were hitting him with, the speed on the punches, the power on the punches, the velocity. I mean, everything was swift. So I'm giving Shakur the nickname Swift. Oscar Valdez is one tough son of a gun, 30-0, baby. Got like how many knockouts he have? I think he's got like 26 knockouts. Like, hold up. Oscar Valdez, he's 30-0. Record. Let's see, boxrec.com. 30-0 with 23 knockouts. Okay, let's search Shakur Stevenson. He didn't come up. I probably spelled his name wrong. So Shakur is 24 years old, 17-0. Where is his? Here we go. BoxRec. So he's 17-0 with 9 knockouts for going up against Oscar Valdez, 30-0 with 23 knockouts. That's going to be a freaking battle, baby. I'm looking forward to that. Oscar Valdez had a sick KO not too long ago. Stepping back, rolling under, left hook, baby. Just a jaw-dropping knockout, baby. And like I said, Shakur is coming off of that swift performance. I'm talking nice movement, clean technique. I mean, really, really fun to watch. Really great to watch. I love watching these guys. I'm a boxer myself. I'm an athlete myself. I study the game. That's one thing about me. If you want analysis, if you want your technique broken down, just message me on my IG. I do offer the analysis service. I break it down to the T, baby. So these guys, it's a game of inches. And in the game of inches, speed kills. Let me repeat that. It's a game of inches. And in the game of inches, speed kills. So, official ruthless prediction here. Official ruthless prediction here. I got to go with Stevenson. I think Oscar Valdez isn't going to give up. I don't think he's going to make it the whole 12 rounds. I do think Stevenson will get the finish in the 10th round. That is our official raw prediction here on the Ruthless Report reporting. And you know, this is just a little bit of what's going on. Okay, we're gonna hop right into the UFC. What's cracking in the UFC? What's cooking? You know what I'm saying? We got Bobby Knuckles. What? We got Robert Whittaker going up against the Stylebender. Not for the first time. For the second time. For the rematch, baby. This fight is going to be sick. This fight is going to be fucking sick, dog. We got Robert Whittaker who's blitzing in there like a fucking karate master. This guy's hopping around like a fucking jackrabbit back in fucking Australia. This guy's fucking bouncing. Got caught. Got clipped. He got hit with the lean back from Mr. Stylebender, you know? And this fight is going to be epic. I mean, if you're a Bobby Knuckles fan, I'm a Bobby Knuckles fan. I'm a Stylebender fan too. You got to think, we got to switch up our game plan here because what we did last time ended up in getting stopped. So is he going to wrestle more? I think it would be smart for him to do that. However, you got to think on Stylebender's portion of his game plan. He's going to know, Bobby Knuckles is going to change it up. or it would be smart for him to change it up. And if he doesn't change it up, then we could very well see the same outcome. And we could very well see the same outcome no matter what, just because of how good Stylebender is. So that being said, this fight is going down, taking place in Las Vegas, I believe. UFC, what is it, 271? Yep, UFC 271, Houston, Adesanya versus Whitaker, baby. It's at the Toyota Center, I believe. Yep, at the Toyota Center, February 12th, Saturday. And we got a sick co-main event for that. Are you joking? We got D. Lou, a big old D. Lou, the KO King, versus Tai Tuivasa. This guy's fucking taking rips of shoeies before he even gets out there, after he gets out there. This guy's a fucking animal. He's got real power in his hands. Obviously, going up against the knockout king. I mean, somebody's going down, bro. Grab the popcorn before the match because it could be over as soon as the bell goes. You know what I'm saying? So somebody's going down. You got to tune in. This is going to be a great one. I'm looking real forward to it. And now let's take a listen from our sponsors. Ruthless Report is sponsored by, oh wait, that's right, nobody, because I'm new and fresh in the game, baby. So if you want to give me a little sponsor, a little cheddar, baby, you know what I'm saying, get that money, hit me up. You can hit me up. I'm Lethal Lee, aka the Ruthless One, and I am right here, right now, reporting. Let's jump back into the show. Yeah, man, this is going to be a great card. February 12th, Toyota Center, UFC 271, Whitaker versus Adesanya. Bringing that heat, bringing that pizzazz as he always does. This guy's dancing. This guy's athletic. The broken native, the Nigerian versus the Australian. It's a Kiwi versus Aussie equation here. A lot of beef here. You know, it appears to me. They can say what they want, but you know, Adesanya has beaten the man one time, and you know, if you're Bobby Knuckles, it's got to be one of those things where you know you got to be, you know, level-headed and go in there and get the job done. And man, that freaking co-main event, boy, woo! That co-main event might just steal the show. D. Lou versus bro, that's gonna fucking be a barn burner, dog. Like that is gonna be some shit. Oh man, I'm looking forward to that one for sure, man. Looking forward to that one for sure. So, what else we got? Check the time here. 27 minutes. Well, guys, this was just a little first pod for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave in the comments below what you liked, what you didn't like, what I can get away, throw away, what I can keep. And you know, I'll try to do better. Try to do a better job on my part. And really, what I want this to become, guys, is really just a big old unit. You know, big old family, the Ruthless family, baby, where we keep it real, raw, and ruthless. And I am your host, the Lethal One, aka Lethal Lee, aka the Ruthless One, aka the Shameless One. So you guys will get to know me a little bit more over the time that I am doing this podcast, which will be probably forever now because I love this stuff and this is what I love to do. I love the fight game, baby. This is what I live for. It's what I breed for. This is what I'm here for, man. I'm here for it all. So this is just our first episode and many more to come. So God bless you all and have a great day. Thank you and goodbye.